We are live. We are live. Welcome to College Footballs. Peek around the corner with your host, Greg Flugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and your friends. And if you want to support this College Football Rebel Outpost channel with a donation, hit the $, make a comment, and I'll get to your super chat as quick as I possibly can. Welcome into the studio, one and all. Welcome on in. Welcome to everybody. The studio that sits on the corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kurt Gowdy Avenue. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to be a legend. In the chat room, with your comments, and with your phone calls later in the show. June 8th, 2024, a very important day in college football's PATC. Tonight, the PATC community is under the spotlight. You have the pressure of the world on your shoulder. Who is going to become the first PATC world champion in college football trivia? Now, before we start the trivia game, I do want to go through one article from CBS Sports. We're going to talk some football. We're going to talk some football just to get your juices flowing. I know a lot of you might have to warm up, do a little bit of stretching out of the brain. So we're going to go through a CBS story here first, and it gives time for people to come on in, right? And the CBS story is about who did well when it came to the transfer portal within each conference and who did not. We're going to go through that real quick. And then we're going to get to the first annual PATC trivia game. And this is how it's going to work. I've got 20 questions. Whoops, I almost showed you the wrong side of them. 20 questions. 5 of the questions are pertaining in the SEC world. 5 of them in the Big 12 world. 5 of them in the, all 4 power conferences have 5 questions tied to it. Teams within the conference. 20 questions. Now, remember, I am the host. I am the judge. I am the jury. I am the whole thing. When I read a question, the first person in the chat that can answer the question correctly goes up on the board. Now, when the question is about naming a player, you've got to answer the first and last name. It doesn't have to be spelled totally correct. This is not a spelling contest. But it's got to be close enough to where if I wasn't the host of the show, I'd be able to read the answer and say, okay, that's the person's name. It can't be just the last name. It can't be just the first name. It has to be first and last name with the spelling good enough to where I know you know that I know that you know. And I'm going to be the final judge on this. We'll open up the phone calls later on. You can file a protest with the phone calls after the trivia game is over. There's going to be 20 questions. The one who answers the most is going to be the college football peek around the corner world champion until the next trivia game. You will hold the championship until the next trivia game. And we are going to figure out a prize. We haven't figured that out and how to get it to you. We'll get that straightened out. It's going to be more like a gay gift, if anything. But the true trophy is being able to call yourself college football's peek around the corner world champion. And I don't know how it gets any better than that. So again, I hope you understand the rules. First one with the chat, that I see it in the chat, that it's the correct answer. So you can play this either way. It's the first answer that is correct. So you're going to just take a shot in the dark, put down your answer, hit that send button, or you can look it up. You can look it up. You get your computer ready, get whatever you need to get ready. Once again, we're going to be doing a CBS article on the transfer portal. So you can get all ready. You can get all the computer screens all ready to go in front of you. But the time that you go looking it up, you're going to get the right answer, but it ain't probably going to be quick enough on some of these questions. So it's the first one in with the correct answer. Again, Christopher Shannon, Saturday Flugard Trivia, Pat Sajak just retired. Now Greg Flugard takes the stage. The fat guy from Minnesota is on the stage. This is no pressure for me. This is no pressure for me. I'm like this. I'm like, it's all of you that are under pressure. It's all of you that are just sitting there trembling at the thought that you could be PATC world champion. There's only going to be one of you at the end of the game. First of all, let me thank everybody for coming on in. This is our PATC scoreboard. This is our official chalk. And I'm going to be putting your name up there when you get a correct answer. And then we're going to keep the tally. And then we'll have a tiebreaker if we need a tiebreaker. So on, so forth. I'll explain the rules once again right before we start. Mr. Minnesota Seminoles is in the house. Ray, Big Ears Bo, Andrew Creel, Congo, MGC Sooner, Cornelius Green, Mr. Buckeye is here. Moen Vision, Florida Man, Ryan Brooks. Carrie says hi and she loves your show. I do appreciate that, Carrie Underwood. I know she listens to me sing when she gets a chance. So Mr. Ryan Brooks, say thank you to Miss Underwood for me. I appreciate that. But if it ain't Carrie Underwood, if it's Carrie Brooks, I say hi back to you. Thanks for watching the show. Either way, you are an important member of the PATC community. Amazing Blue is in the house. Caleb Ramirez, Mr. Buckeye Gerald Jones, A. Korea, Joaquin Morales is in the house. Smash that like button. Louis Torres is here. The Hawkeye is here. Chief Fan is here. Paul Clifton, Randy Taylor, Expedition Greg, Jeff Morgan. Is there a Mountaineer question in there? Do I have a West Virginia question within the 20 cards that we have? The 20 questions? Possibly. Amy S. is here. Ricky is here. I already saying Country Roads. Amy S. Christopher Shannon. Congo, Amy S. Tracy FSU is in the house. Cornelius Green. I am winning this. I'm winning this. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. He's not messing around. He is not messing around, Cornelius Green. Randy Taylor. Ray. Amy S. I'll be your Vanna. Stephen Clark is in the house. Nobody in particular. The answer is Cheeless Burgers. That's the answer to probably the most important question, but it ain't going to be in the trivia game, unfortunately. Bo Evo is in the house. Awesome Clips. Is there going to be a Louisville question among the 20 questions out tonight? Is the Louisville Cardinal going to be represented? We shall see. Patricia Crawford is in the house. Going to Omaha, Gold Nose. Congratulations for the Florida State baseball team. Here we go. Luis Torres is shaking. No question about it. I know there's a lot of people nervous out there. Let's first get to, we're going to talk some football. Football. Right now, going in to the summer college football transfer, and then we're going to get to the trivia game. College football transfer portal 2024. Net ratings and player totals for every Power 4 team. Brandon Marcello, I'm sorry, this is 247. The transfer portal can improve a program, but how do you really calculate who had the best cycle? Well, again, 247 metrics. You can do your own metrics, come up with a different answer. But this is CBS 247 metrics. Net rating gain, average transfer rating, transfer in, transfer out, Why is it important to look at the net rating gain? Not every team adds as much as it subtracts in the portal, so the math rarely matches in the ledgers. So in an effort to simplify the problem and better evaluate teams we enter in the summer, we took an average rating of the players leaving each program and compared it to the average rating of the players entering the program. We then distilled those numbers to reach a net gain or loss. Done a deep dive. We have sorted each table by team's net rating gain. Here is the ACC transfer portal recap. Florida State, according to CBS 247, Florida State had the best transfer portal gain in the ACC. Then North Carolina State, Boston College, number 3 on the list. Georgia Tech, number 4 on the list. Syracuse, number 5. Louisville, number 6. Then we got SMU, Wake Forest, Cal, Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Miami, Stanford, Duke, Pittsburgh, and of course, Clemson is not rated because, well, they don't really take the transfer portal seriously, do they? So that's the ACC, key ACC transfer portal takeaways. Florida State is arguably the most successful program in the portal era, ranking in the top 25 of the 247 Sports ranking every year under Norvell, with an average finish at number 9. So every year it's consistent. Mike Norvell is making it happen in the portal. The Seminoles have done this despite not exceeding 17 transfers in the last 4 years. Colorado has 93 in the 2 years. Arizona State, 60 in 2 years. North Carolina State. You guys know how much I love the Wolfpack this year. They're going to be in the top 3. They might be the top 2. They might be the top 1. NC State is positioned to win at least 8 games for a 5th straight season, thanks to another strong haul from the portal, particularly on offense. The Wolfpack's offensive backfield is fantastic, with Coastal Carolina transfer quarterback Grayson McCall, Duke running back Jordan Walters. Holy smokes. Attrition is expected when a new coach is hired, but Fran Brown has seemingly upgraded the roster at Syracuse in his first few months on the job. Of course, the big one. The Buckeye quarterback, Kyle McCord, brings a steady hand behind center and pass rusher Fidel Diggs from Texas A&M. Could be an explosive defensive star. The Orange need to break through as a bold team this fall. Not many teams are as busy as Louisville. They added 24 players in the first window before adding another 7 in the spring. The 4 incoming transfers re-entered the portal and left the team. The most notable departures included running back Penny Boone, which I'm a big fan of, at least on the field. Who left after just a few months on campus, but the defensive line was hit the hardest, with 8 linemen entering the portal after reaching the ACC championship game last year. Dabo Swinney is the outlier, the enigma. In this modern age of college athletics, Clemson is the only program outside the service academies not to add a player from the portal. The Tigers lost 12 players in the portal. Only Miami has had as many highly rated departures in the ACC. The Big Ten transfer portal recap. The Buckeyes sit there at number 1. Number 1 in the Big Ten when it comes to CBS 247 gains, their metrics, how teams did in the portal. The Boilermakers are number 2. Nebraska number 3. Iowa Hawkeyes sitting there at 4. Oregon 5. The Fighting Illini 6. Nittany Lions 7. Minnesota 8, Wisconsin 9, Rutgers 10, the Spartans 11, the Huskies 12, the Trojans 13, the Bruins 14, the Hoosiers 15, the Wolverines 16, Maryland 17, and Northwestern at the bottom 18. The key Big Ten transfer portal takeaways: the Buckeyes secure the greatest concentration of superstars out of the transfer portal, surpassing the nearest team, Georgia, by more than 1.5 rating points, according to the metrics 247 Sports Ratings, what they use. If any two teams' approaches in the portal are more alike than Oregon and Ohio State, we would like to hear about it. The Ducks picked up their quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, and their future, UCLA's Dante Moore, and also added immediate help in the speedy receiver, Evan Stewart. Purdue needed an upgrade after Ryan Walters' first season leading the program, and did just that in the portal with the second best rating improvement among all Big Ten teams. The quarterback transfers that no one is talking about. What do you mean no one is talking about? The fat guy from Minnesota talks about it every week. Minnesota's Max Brosmere, the projected starter for the Gophers. He threw for 3,459 yards, 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Should be an upgrade, a passing offense that was among the nation's worst, 126 last season. And the Greek Rifle is now the quarterback of Rutgers. 13 players from James Madison followed head coach Kirk Cignetti. Among all the rebuilds, Indiana might be the most interesting, as the talent swap was massive. Cignetti is going all in on the immediate revamp of a program that was in need of a facelift after the last 2 years of the Allen era. 13 players from James Madison going to Indiana. Holy smokes. Michigan, they lost a lot from its second line of the defense at linebacker in the secondary, including 6 linebackers. With 2 starters leaving the NFL draft, All-American cornerback also landing. 9 of the 17 departures of the portal landed at power teams. The Big 12 portal recap. Number 1, BYU. Number 2, the Holy War rival, Utah. Number 3, Kansas. 4, Cincinnati Bearcats. Number 5, the Wildcats, Kansas State. Number 6, the Mountaineers. Number 7, the Buffaloes. Number 8, Baylor Bears. Number 9, Oklahoma State Cowboys. Number 10, Texas Tech Red Raiders. Number 11, UCF. Number 12, Arizona State. 13, Arizona. 14, Houston. Number 15, Iowa State. And at the bottom of the Big 12, when it comes to transfer portal gains, TCU. The big portal takeaways for the Big 12. When a player departs Utah, it's not usually for a better team. Only 37.5% of the departures landed with the Power 4 teams, but the additions are usually higher regarded prospects, and that leads to a gigantic bump in the net ratings every year. Kyle Whittingham, he knows what he's doing. He's built up a consistently great college football team every year. Cincinnati, the Bearcats, turned over its football roster after a disappointing 3-win debut in the Big 12, adding 25 players. After 33 departed the program, you guys all know how much I loved the Indiana Hoosier quarterback, Brendan Sorsby. He leads the first of newcomers after a strong freshman debut last season. Sorsby was real good. I mean, real good. Cincinnati's got a good one, and he's going to be there for at least 2 more years. Colorado's haul is led by a foursome of impressive defensive linemen, edge rushers, Only 29.3% of Colorado's departures landed at power programs. Arizona suffered a massive exodus of players when Jed Fish left for Washington, but it could have been much worse. Especially everyone focused on the futures of their great quarterback, their great receiver, but they stayed with the Wildcats under new coach Brett Brennan. TCU's incoming transfer class ranks third in the Big 12, but several high-level departures actually tipped the mathematics scales as the Horned Frogs finished as the only Big 12 program with a negative rating. Still, only 5 of the 19 departures have landed at a power program, and 13 arrivals came from power programs, so keep that in consideration too. The SEC portal recap. Texas Longhorns, number 1. Number 2, Missouri. Number 3, Tennessee. Number 4, Ole Miss. Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Kentucky. Number 7, South Carolina. Number 8, LSU. Number 9, Auburn. Florida Gators take 10. Arkansas 11. Texas A&M 12. Oklahoma 13. Mississippi State 14. Vanderbilt 15. Alabama Crimson Tide 16. Kalen DeBoer, new coach coming in. They lost some big-time players. Again, this is the CBS 247 rankings of portal gains or losses. The key transfer portal takeaways. Texas lost its top 5 receivers from last season's run to the college football playoff. But they added Alabama receiver Isaiah Bond, the Iron Bowl hero who caught the game-winning touchdown against Auburn. The Longhorns also added Oregon State's Silas Bolden and Houston's Matthew Golden to go along with Alabama tight end Neil Black, and who steps in for Sanders. So Texas, they lost a whole bunch, but they got a whole bunch back in the portal. Very successful. Most of Tennessee departures were backups, thus the gigantic uptick in quality score. How good and deep is Georgia? 20 of the 24 departures in the portal landed at power programs, and yet the Bulldogs' quality actually jumped in the ratings department with 10 additions. Trevor Etienne, the running back from Florida, was a fascinating transaction. And then finally in the article, and then we're going to go right into the trivia. Perhaps the Gators actually improve the roster via the portal this offseason. 6 of the 15 additions are blue chips. Though USC offensive tackle Jason Zandamela is likely a year away from development, Colorado transfer McLean, the cornerback, will grab headlines, and if he can come close to the hype out of high school, he'll be worth the risk. No SEC school experienced more attrition in the portal than Alabama. And that wasn't a surprise after Nick Saban's shocking retirement. The Tide countered 40 portal departures with 15 newcomers, and though Kalen DeBoer owns the SEC's only negative rating in the portal, he added several stars that will immediately help in the secondary, and he also lost and regained the second best play in the portal, Caden Proctor. So there it is. Interesting article. I thought we should go after it. Talking about transfer portal additions and losses. We're in June. It's June 8th. We got to start laying down our predictions. And it's not just going to be me. We're going to do what we did last year. The PATC community is going to be laying down their predictions as a community. So we got it. We're revving it up. We're revving it up. During the springtime, we had a spring spotlight. We went from a whole lot of teams. We did a deep dive, and we're going to be doing that again here in the early summer. Here we go. Maria Hernandez Garcia, the one who rules with an iron fist, Vamonos. Everybody, let's go. What she's saying is, we're starting the trivia game. This is for the PATC Trivia World Championship. Whoever comes out of here with the most correct is the world champion until we do it again. So I'm going to go over the rules real quickly one more time. There is 20 questions. There are 20 questions. Some of them pretty easy. Some of them you can guess at least give a guess out. Some of them, it's not going to be so easy. The first one that answers in the chat goes up on the scoreboard. The most correct after 20 questions is your world champion. Again, this is not going to be a spelling contest. But when you're writing down a name of a player or a coach, you got to do first name and last name, and it's got to be close enough to where I can, if I wasn't being the host of the show, that I could read it and understand it. This is not a spelling contest, but you just can't throw down something. I got to be able to know it if I wasn't the host of what name you were saying. First one correct gets the point. Look it up. Look up the answer on your computer. Do what you have to. Or put down a guess. It's the first one correct in the chat that gets to have the point. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? Can you hear me? Give me a Y if you are ready to go. Everybody against everybody in the PATC community. The pressure is on. Okay, it looks like people can hear me. We're ready to go. Here we go. Again, I've mixed up the cards. There are 5 questions pertaining to Big Ten players or schools or whatever. 5 questions SEC, 5 questions Big 12, 5 questions ACC. The only hint I'm going to give you is right before I read the question, I'm going to read what conference the question is in. Okay? First question, Big Ten, the 4th question. I got 1 out of 5. Big Ten, here's your question. Give me the answer. Again, first and last name, you got to spell it good enough for me to be able to understand who you're saying. It's got to be first and last name. A last name isn't good enough. Just the first name is not good enough. In a crucial 1983 game versus Washington that decided the Rose Bowl berth, what quarterback went 25 for 28 for over 300 yards to lead UCLA to a victory? Amy S. has got it correct. Rick Neuheisel. Rick Neuheisel is the correct answer. It's not Troy Aikman. Not 1983. In a crucial 1983 game versus Washington that decided the Rose Bowl berth, Rick Neuheisel went 25 of 28. At one point, he completed 18 passes in a row. Amy S. Maria, it was not Luis Miguel. That is a singer, your favorite singer in Mexico. This is a college football trivia. Can someone explain to the moderator what game we're playing? Okay. UCLA isn't in the Big Ten. Okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. After the trivia game is over, you can call in and file a protest. Call in and file a protest. Okay. Second question. Amy S. has taken the lead. This is an SEC question. SEC card 2. Name the Arkansas Razorback all-time rushing leader yards. First and last name. Moen Vision is correct. It is Darren McFadden. Darren McFadden, Moen Vision is correct. Darren McFadden, 4,590 yards. Moen got me by a nanosecond. A lot of people got it right. Ryan Brooks, Expedition Greg, Kerry Golden Nose, KZ Zoo, Bridget Port, GBB wins, Son of Sarek. Wow. A lot of smart people. Jamie Thornton coming on in. She came just in time for my Razorback question. Ryan Brooks, I did not like him. He beat LSU one year. That was the season total. We were going for career, but same thing. Okay. Third question. Amy S. and Moen are tied with a point each. This is another SEC question. No, this is not a conspiracy. I mixed up the cards. However it plays out. Again, I am the judge. I am the jury. I am the executioner. You can call after the end of this game. You can talk about anything in college football, and you can file a protest during your phone call. Name, again, first and last name. Name the winningest coach in Tennessee Volunteers history. I am going to give it to Hummus Hero. Hummus Hero is correct. It is not Phil Fulmer. Don Nealon, it wasn't quite spelled right, but it was close enough. This is not a spelling contest. No, I'm not giving it to Hummus Hero. I'm not giving it to Hummus Hero. That is not correct. That is not correct. That is not correct. That name is not correct. Well, hold on. I just want the full name that Hummus Hero gave is not correct. As far as I know, It's not. I'm going to give it to Tony. I'm sorry. This was a tough one. Robert Neyland was the name. Robert Neyland Stadium. Robert Neyland. General Neyland he was called over and over again as well. Yeah, I can't give it to you, Hummus. You said Don. I was fooled for a beginning. I'm going to give it to Tony. But you know what? I lost my chalk. Hold on, everybody. I don't know what happened to my chalk. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. We're going to give it to Tony. We are tied up. Amy's got one. Moen's got one. Tony's got one. The judge screwed up there for a moment, but we're okay. General is a title, not a name. Amy S. is correct, but he was often called General Neyland. I'm going to give it to Tony. File a protest with the phone call. That's probably going to be the most entertaining part of this. Okay, here we go. Question number 4. This is Big 12, number 3. The first card we're doing, but number 3 out of the 5-card batch. This is the Big 12. This is a Big 12. First and last name. Name the player with the most rushing yards in a single game for the West Virginia Mountaineers. I'm going to give it to Jeff Morgan. Jeff Morgan, Mr. Mountaineer, got the Mountaineer question right. A lot of people answered Steve Slayton, which is a great guess. But it was Tavon Austin. 344 yards in a game against the Oklahoma Sooners in 2012. Morgan is up on the board. Moen Vision, okay, let's have a 20-way tie. Ted Evans, good job, Morgan. You got it right, Jamie. Ray got it right. Chief Fan got it correct. Kazoo went CJ Donaldson. I could not have accepted Talon Austin, but a lot of people answered Steve Slayton, which was a great guess. Okay. Those 4 questions are down. 16 more to go. And we've got a 4-way tie. We've had one, I think we've had, well, it don't matter. The next question is Big 10. Big 10, that is your only clue. Again, this is for the PATC World Championship. Name the school. You don't have to name the nickname. Name the school. First college football game was Rutgers versus who? Arnagad is correct. Arnagad just got it in before Moenvision. Princeton is correct. I would have taken Princeton, or I would have taken College of New Jersey, which Princeton was named a lot during those times. A lot of people picking Harvard, Brown, Wisconsin. A lot of people had Princeton. Princeton is correct. Arn. I'm just going to put Arn for your name, Arn. Arnagad, Arn. Arn is up on the board. Arnagad is up on the board. We've got a 5-way tie for first place. Steve, Greg, give us an old guys who can't type quite so fast. I know, it's tough. It's tough for the old guys. Again, do you take it just a guess? Do you just throw something out there? I see people trying to anticipate the question, so they throw out an answer, which is probably pretty smart. Right? Some people got to, well, we'll see how it goes. There may be some questions here that people are going to have to try to look up. Again, this is the first annual World Championship, PATC. The next card is the Big Ten. The next card is the Big Ten. Big Ten. Maria says it's difficult for old girls as well. Well, Maria's given one answer, and that was Luis Miguel, the famous Mexican singer that she just saw at a concert. So Maria's head isn't really in the game. You got to get focused. You got to get focused. Okay. All right. This is Name the Year. Name the year. The last time the Indiana Hoosiers defeated Michigan non-COVID season. Expedition Greg is correct. 1987. Just got it in right before Ray Ray. It was close. It was close. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. It was Expedition Greg, and then Ray Ray just came right on his heels. A lot of guesses. Not a whole lot of 87. Amy S. got 87. She was correct. Expedition Greg. Expedition Greg. I'm just going to put up Greg. Okay? We've got a 6-way tie for first place. 14 questions left. This is for the PATC World Championship. We've got an ACC question. I believe this is our first ACC question. That is your only hint. 1987, Indiana defeated Michigan 14-10. 14-10, 1987. Okay, this is a tough one. This is going to be a tough one. Remember, this is a ACC question. You're going to have to name 2 players. Two different names. First name and last name. And you got to spell it decent enough for me to say, yes, it's good. Name the all-time single season, not career. Name the all-time single season interception leader and sack leader for the Florida State Seminoles. Name the all-time single season interception leader and sack leader for the Florida State Seminoles. Two different names. We got one. We've got a correct answer. Amy S., Terrell Buckley, and Peter Boulware. Boy, there was a lot of great guesses here. Holy smokes. Big Ears Bowl says, I have no clear. Ray got it right. Amy S., Terrell Buckley had 12 interceptions. And in 1991, Peter Boulware got 19 sacks in 1996. So Amy S. has got 2. She's in the lead. That was a difficult question. No question about it. Difficult question. DP had Terrell Buckley, Renard Wilson, Deion Sanders, a lot of Deion Sanders. Next question. I'm getting myself all chalked. Okay, the SEC. This is SEC. That's your only hint. You're going to name a school. And you don't have to name the nickname. Just the school. Name the most recent team Vanderbilt has defeated in a bowl game. In a bowl game. Awesome clips. Alabama, LSU, Ted Evans. Ryan Willie says Minnesota. Jamie Thornton is correct. Jamie Thornton misses Arkansas Razorback, the Houston Cougars. 2014, 41-24. Franklin won a couple bowl games there. Jamie Thornton is correct. Jamie is up on the board. Jamie is up on the board. Next question. This is ACC. ACC. Well, it's kind of an ACC question. Kind of an ACC question. Kind of. Name the one Big Ten team that Clemson has a losing record in bowl games. Tony is correct. It's Minnesota. Minnesota defeated Clemson Independent Bowl in 1985 or something, 13-20. Ohio State has beaten Clemson in a bowl game, but Clemson beat them more. Nebraska and Clemson are 1-1 in bowl games. It is Minnesota. Tony is now tied. Tony is now tied with Amy S. Good job, Jared Jones. A lot of people, Minnesota, Congo, Minnesota. It's just that Tony got it right first. We're counting who gets it right first. Okay? For those who've come in late. We got a Big 12 question. We've got a Big 12 question. Amy S. and Tony both have 2 points. You know, maybe I should show my chat as we're doing this. I don't know. We'll think about it on the next time we do this. Okay, here we go. Name the football coach. First and last name. Who won the College Football Coach of the Year in 1984? Big 12 question. First and last name. First and last name. You need both. I still haven't seen the right answer yet. I don't think I've seen the right answer yet. Jamie Thornton is correct. Jim Wacker. Jim Wacker is correct. TCU. Now, Ted Evans had it correct. He said the S. No, he didn't. That's not TCU. Forget it. I'm sorry. I thought Ted Evans said TCU. Jamie Thornton is correct. She gets a point. We've got a three-way tie. Amy S., Jamie, and Tony are all tied with 2 points each. I know, Ted. I was thinking maybe you got it right. Never heard the name. He became the Gophers head coach. Every game the Gophers were in, there was like 45-44. Okay. We got another Big 12 question. We've got another Big 12 question. Okay? Big 12 question. Name the school. You do not have to name. Where did Gale Sayers play college football? The great Gale Sayers, Chicago Bulls. Arn and Gad got it correct. Ted Evans came close. Bearcat Steve was right there. KZ Zoo was right there. But Arn gets a point. He's got 2. We got a 4-way tie for first place. Jamie, Amy S., Arn, and Tony. Great job, Steve, Ted, K Zoo. We've got an SEC question. SEC question. Name the player. Name the only Georgia Bulldog player to have in his career more than 1,000 receiving yards and more than 1,000 rushing yards. Georgia Bulldog, the only player in their history, in their career, to have more than 1,000 receiving yards and over 1,000 rushing yards. Hummus Hero is correct. It's Hines Ward. Hines Ward. 1,000. He's the only. McIntosh was very close for Georgia. Walker did not have the receiving yards. Hummus Hero is correct. Hero has got a point. Hero has got a point. It is not Luis Miguel once again. We've got a Big Ten question. We need a player's name, first and last. All-time Purdue Boilermakers rushing leader. We got it correct. Moen Vision has got it correct. He gets a point. Mike Allstat. Amy S., when she said Hines Ward, you know what? I'm going to give her a point as well on the Hines Ward one. She did answer it before Hummus Hero. The Z threw me off, but again, I was reading them real fast. If I had time, I would read that as Hines Ward. I'm not going to take the point away from Hero, but I'm going to give a point to Amy S. She's absolutely correct. So I'm going to give a point to Amy S. and to Mo Envision. That's only fair. That is only fair. Hines Ward, the way she spelled it, is good enough. Give me a point while you're at it. Okay. We've got a Big 12 question coming up. Big 12 question. What year was BYU's first bowl win? What year was BYU's first bowl win? Steele Austin is correct. 1980. 1980, Steele Austin is correct. The BYU Cougars were down 45-25 against SMU with 4 minutes to go in the game. BYU was down 45-25, 4 minutes left to go in the game, and BYU ended up defeating SMU 46-45 in what they call in BYU country the miracle victory, the miracle bowl, the miracle game. And that is going to Austin. Congratulations to Austin. He's up on the board. The Holiday Bowl. Classic game. Absolutely. Chief Fan got it right. Amy S. got it right. Ted Evans got it right. Mo Envision got it right. Tracy FSU got it right. Austin just got it a little bit quicker. The next question. SEC. SEC. Get your mind in the Southeastern Conference. Good job, Maria. Excellent job. Excellent. Okay. SEC. Name the year last time Florida Gators won at least 10 games in the regular season. Name the year. Jimmy Austin has got it correct. 2019. They went 11-2. Jimmy is on the board. Jimmy is on the board. Good job, Jimmy. Jimmy is on the board. The leader is Amy S. She's got 3. Moen's got 2. Tony's got 2. Arn's got 2. Jamie's got 2. Hero, Austin, Morgan, and Jimmy have got 1. And Greg has got 1. Expedition Greg. The next question is the ACC. Next question is the ACC. Most wins all time Duke head football coach. Name the coach. Name the coach with the most wins all time Duke head football coach. The Duke Blue Devils. It's not Jim Plunkett. It's not Mike Elko. It's not Steve Spurrier. Ed D, it's not Cutliff. And if it was Cutliff, you would have to have the first and last name. Joe Peck, it is not Cutliff. Rock and Rant is correct. Wallace Wade. Wallace Wade is the answer. The Rock Man is on the board. Rock had 110 coaching wins for Duke. 1931 to 41. 1946 to 1950. Cutliff has got 77 wins. William Murray has 93 wins. So David Cutliff is third on the list. We've got a Big Ten question. We've got a Big Ten question. There is 4 questions left. 4 questions left. DP, we have a town named Wallace, about 20 minutes up I-40. Their football stadium is named Wallace Wade Stadium. 4 questions left. Big Ten. President Gerald Ford was an all Big Ten player for the Michigan Wolverines. What position did he play? Arn is correct. Center. Arn is correct. Center. Arn is tied with Amy S. They both have 3. Holy smokes. Hamasiro got it correct. Michael Batts got it correct. Amy S. got it correct. He was the center. That's not correct. Yeah, he played center. That's when he was all Big Ten. Well, he was all center in the Big Ten. Again, I am the judge, executioner, jury. Center is the only answer. He played linebacker too. Okay. He was known as an all Big Ten center. Okay. And, it doesn't matter because Arn is the first one who picked center or linebacker. So, okay. We got 3 questions left. Amy S. and Arn are tied with 3 votes each. This is Big 12. All-time leader in passing TDs for a career for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Passing TDs for career quarterback. I got to give it to Tracy. Rock and Rant, you're close, but I cannot give MASO. in Rudkoff's. If I wasn't the host, I would not know what that is. You don't have to be perfect, but you got to be close enough. Tracy FSU has got it. Again, Amy S. and Arn are tied for first. Dude, that's sweet. Okay. We got 2 more left. We got 2 more left. 2 more questions. Amy S. and Arn are tied. In my chat, Jamie, you had it right after Tracy. I'll show it to you. This is Tracy. This is Jamie. And I got to go by my chat. Then wet blanket. ACC. ACC. Name one of the 2 players. One of the 2 players who holds the all-time interception record in a single season for the Miami Hurricanes. Moen Vision has got Sean Taylor. That is correct. Sean Taylor had 10 in 2003. Benny Blades had 10 in 1986. Ed Reed had 1 season where he had 9, and he had 8 in 2000. Sean Taylor is correct. Moen Vision is now tied. We have a 3-way tie for first place. Amy S., Arn, and Moen Vision. 3-way tie for first place. This is the last question. This is the last question. And it is ACC. The last question of Peek Around the Corners World Championship. Name the player with the most yards passed in a single game for the Wake Forest Deacons. Austin got it correct. It is Rusty LaRue. Rusty LaRue, a better baseball player than football player, threw for 545 yards, 1995 against North Carolina State. It was not Sam Hartman. So Steve Austin got a vote, got another one. Okay, so we're going to the tiebreaker. We are going to the tiebreaker. It is Moen, Amy S., and Arnegad. That is the 3. We're going through a tiebreaker. Here we go. Here is the question for the three. So everybody, don't answer this question unless you're Arnegad, Amy S., or Moen Vision. Everybody, just take this question off. This is for the championship. So whoever gets it right first among Moen Vision, Amy S., and Arnegad is the world champion until the next time we play, and hopefully they have the opportunity to defend it. The 2023 college football playoff national championship game, the total points scored in the game by the two teams that played in it, TCU and the Georgia Bulldogs. Moen Vision is correct. Moen Vision is correct. 72. It was 65-7. Moen Vision, Mr. Buckeye, is your first annual college football's Peek Around the Corner Trivia World Champion. World Champion. Moen has done it. Mariachi, please. Okay. Here we go. World champion, Moen Vision, Mr. Buckeye. Okay, Ted Evans, that was fun. More of these. Gregory, we will have more of these. Now, I told the little general, I've always wanted to do a trivia game. There's not really a good, there's a lot of, right, I mean, it's hard to figure out who was the first one to answer the question. I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to have my chat open. Right? So people can see, like, you know, what's the first one that came in. I think that is one change that we are going to do. So everybody sees, because everyone's going to be a little different. Thank you, guys. I hope it was fun. Good job, Flu Guy. Thank you, my wife. Appreciate it. I had at least had a half a point from the linebacker debacle. Okay, we're opening up the phone lines. If you want to talk college football, that's all I had for today's show, tonight's show. 763-260-133 is the number. Give me a call if you want to talk college football. If you want me just to wrap it up, I will. Whatever you guys want to do. I just wanted to do a trivia. I wanted to get the first one in. I'll never forgive you for depriving me on my second point. You were close, Rock. You were close. Moen Vision will win a prize. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what it is. Don't expect much from this organization. I had fun. I had to cheat on every question. There is no cheating. That's the thing. If you get an answer right by looking it up, that's not cheating. Definitely not cheating. Give him a trucker hat, Greg. I'll get him something. I will get him something. Can honorary mentions get Knighted Cloak and Dagger? By the way, there was a early peek Cloak and Dagger episode 39 that did drop this morning. So if you are a member of the show, give it a look. Give it a look. Give it a look. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Don't look like anyone's calling. This was Trivia Night, PATC Trivia Night. Moen Vision, Mr. Buckeye, is the world champion. If you're new to the channel, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Smash the like button if you've liked our content today, and share the video with your family and friends. Congratulations to Moen Vision. Congratulations to everybody up on this board who got one right. And for those who didn't, well, next time, I think we're going to do it the same way. The same exact way, except for I'm going to show you my chat so you all can see it as the game is being played. Yep, everyone had a blast. It was fun. We're going to do it again. So buckle up, brace for impact. Stick with us here at Peek Around the Corner. We could possibly be doing a live show tomorrow, so keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you subscribe and have your notifications turned on. Thank you, everybody, for having fun with me tonight. It was a blast. Until next time, from all of us at PATC, to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.